Good morning. I'm Thomas Buchanan. Yes, I am on a water fast. Um, and I've got some really good news. Uh, this is week 7, day 1. Um, and, as I told you last week, I'm really feeling good about 225 dot something starting Monday morning. So I got up, got on the scale, weighed myself. And let me recap. For the past not 1 but 2 weeks, I was stuck bouncing between 230, 232, got down to 228, would bounce back up to 230. I mean, I was stuck at that 230 plateau, and I just couldn't break through that. And I I've I didn't just start water fasting yesterday or last week. This is my 7th year of being either on water fasting or maintenance. And I have never in 7 years taken that long to break through a plateau like I did. But got up this morning, weighed myself, 225.8. I am so thankful. I am so appreciative of 225.8. I hit my target goal. Now, for those of you who have watched me any time at all, and many of you have, once I lose 5 pounds, I hit another plateau, and this morning, I'm at 225.8. I wouldn't be surprised to bounce up a pound or two from here, and then bounce down and bounce up. I mean, for every 5 pounds I lose, I hit a plateau. That's just the way I operate. Hopefully it will not take me 2 more weeks to get from 225.8 down to 220 or 221 or somewhere close to that. Because remember, my goal is by July 4th, 2026, I may not be, my goal is to be at 200 or below. But my range for myself is 198 to 212, and I wouldn't cry a river if I did 198 to 215 on the high side. I would like to drop down somewhere between the 198 and 215, and but ultimately I want to get down to 200 or below. I mean, there is no excuse. There is never an excuse to gain 30 pounds. I mean, or 33 or ever what I gained. I mean, I'm in a little unique position because I take on viewer challenges, and you know. I've seen it all, done it all after 7 years. I've heard of all, and people truly believe they're right. That's what makes these challenges so much fun. But so I met my goal of last week. I wanted to touch 225 dot something this week. Now, there's a downside to that, and that is I have caught, obviously, a summer flu bug. My voice sounds like Kermit the Frog. Um I've had a lot of chest congestion, a lot of coughing, some bouts of diarrhea, which I don't generally have when I catch a virus. So I'm a little surprised by that. But I have been sick as a mule for the past 5 days. Now, If you know me on my channel, and many of you do, you know every time I take a pill, what happens? And I'm not talking marijuana or cocaine or any of the illegal stuff. I mean, every time I take an over-the-counter pill, I gain 5 pounds, right? 5 to 7 pounds. I had been at 230 for so long, and even though I was so sick last week, I refused all medications, Tylenol, ibuprofen, you name it. I just pretty much said, no, I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to work through this virus, and I'll either get through it or die. And I made that choice. I mean, being on water fasting, being on maintenance, you've got choices to make. But I made that particular choice because come hell or high water, I am not going to be at 230. 230 is totally unacceptable. Now, in the same breath, let me say, while I appreciate dropping down to 225.8, 225.8 really is totally unacceptable. Okay? And I don't know if it's going to take me another week or 3 weeks, but I want to touch 220 dot something. Okay? And after that, my next goal is to, I want to touch 215 dot something. I mean, don't tell me you can't lose weight. I mean, that's bullshit. Change your way of thinking. Don't sit there and say, I'm fat and I can't lose weight. You're doing yourself a disservice by your negative self-talk. You know the two most destructive words in our English language? They are, I can't. Oh, yes, you can. You may have to try different approaches until you find something that works, but never say, I can't do something. Always say, I just haven't found the right process to use to achieve my goals and my dreams. You know, I could have 2 weeks ago at 2:30 I could have given up. I could have said, "Oh God, okay, I'm headed to 300. This weight loss thing doesn't work. I give up." But I didn't do that. I don't care how frustrating it was. I don't care how depressing it was. I don't care how upsetting it was. You know, so I did it. 225.8. Now watch what I do next week. I think you'll be impressed. Stay tuned. Make it a great day. Stay healthy. Stay happy.